I'm shaking. I'm afraid to look at this. I can't get too excited. I'm sure it's bullshit. I'm sure what I found is bullshit.
I walk the fields and feel the breeze. With my trusty knocks I dig with ease. Searching past through ancient land, history's calling metal in my hand. Leprechauns and ancient myths, castles old and cliffs that kiss. Iron soil beneath my feet, wildlife watching tales we meet. I'm a metal detectorist.
Dígit Accordia. Back out on the new permission for the third evening. Just dug a big lump of lead and a 2 euro cent coin. And now I've just uncovered something that was giving me a terrible signal. Look at that! It's never silver, is it? Oh, it's very light. It's very light. This is my first time picking it up. There's no way that's silver, is it? Looking for hallmarks or something. Look at the detail that was on that. Any hallmarks? Wow. I don't think that's going to be silver just because of how light it is. And there is no sign of a hallmark anywhere, is there? What would that be? Would that be for fish or eating grapes? No, look at that. Busted open there. I will do the silver test later on, but it's beautiful anyway, even if it isn't silver. What a start. Brilliant. On to the next. Well, my next find, this is one for my YouTube buddy Gary Holes. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Gary has been a subscriber for a long time, and we are going to be meeting this year at Digathon. But anyway, Gary, all the way from the great state of Oregon, here's a stinking Lincoln, I think, as you guys refer to him. A 1982 Lincoln 1 cent from the United States. That's funny. It gave a cracking signal. These must be pure copper. It was well up into the 80s. I thought I had a 50-cent coin or something. Yeah, stinking Lincoln. Brilliant. On to the next. Okay, what the hell's going on here? About 10 feet away, and it's another Lincoln, a Lincoln Memorial from 1993. I don't think there's a mint mark in this. So does that mean it's, I should know this, I watch so many American detecting channels. I think if it doesn't have a mint, does it mean it's Philadelphia? Correct me if I'm wrong there. But 2 Lincoln pennies a few feet away from each other. First 1982 and then in 1993. This was a terrible signal, so I'm guessing this is clad. That must be pure copper. Right, Gary, I hope you like that one. 2 American coins for you. On to the next. And our first good spendable, 50 cent. What year? 2016, is it? Brilliant. On to the next. This is a bit of a strange one. Got a great signal. Dug it out. This popped out. To me, it's modern. It's got a knurled edge there. Probably, I don't know, a plunger or some part of a tap or something. Put the plug back in, and as I was leaving, scanned over it again. Still a good signal. This is in the hole. a lovely little D-buckle. Are they related? They got to be related somehow. They're in the same hole. I mean, that's a nice little, what looks like a buckle to me. Maybe it's something else. If anybody knows what those two items might be, if they're related, I'll take them. On to the next. And this one had a spill. 2 50-cent coins inside in the hole. Now, I have an admission to make. I always say, check your hole. Always check your hole. And that's how I got the second one. I checked the hole. But I wasn't checking my hole the other night. That sounds terrible. I wasn't checking the holes I was digging. Because 2 of the finds earlier on, the piece of lead and the second American penny, both came from plugs that I had previously dug a few nights ago. So I'm guessing what happened was I was finding so many coins that I was digging the plug, finding the coin, putting the plug back and walking on without checking the hole. It just goes to show, always check your holes after you've taken out the find. Anyway, that's my piece of advice. Another euro for the pocket. On to the next. Oh lads, I'm shaking. I'm afraid to look at this. I can't get too excited. I'm sure it's bullshit. I'm sure what I found is bullshit. And I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. This has to be junk. Wait till you see that. It has to be junk. Even though there's too much going on there. There's way too much going on there for that. Yeah, there's no weight to it. So this is the video you've all been waiting for. This is the one where you all go, yeah, Ollie is a bit of an idiot. Keep watching. There's no weight to it. It's junk. Oh my heart. Oh. Imagine if that was real. Yeah, imagine if that was real. Imagine, just imagine it for a second. You'd think I was finding gold every day and that I was somehow an expert in it. Oh my God, keep watching. Oh God almighty. Yeah, it's a junker. When I saw the size of the stone, I said, there's no way that's real. Would you get out of town? Yeah, I just know by the weight. There's Ollie the expert again. He knows by the weight. And he's never found gold before in his life. Come on. I don't have to look for hallmarks or anything. Why would I look for hallmarks? Sure, I know what I'm talking about. It's light. It's very light. It's costume jewellery. Oh, but wouldn't it just break your heart? I thought I was after getting my first gold. Well, maybe you should go with your first instinct then. I really did, but then it's just no way. Look at the stones shimmering in the sunlight. I didn't notice that at the time. There's no way that that was real. Yeah, it's light out. Not sure about the fork. The fork may still be silver. Maybe just very thin silver. And that's definitely not gold. There I go again. Expert. Or in other words, a gobshite. Oh. What a find that would have been if it was real. It's nice to get a ring. I don't get them too often. No shit, Sherlock. I've never got a precious metal ring. It's not even silver. Yeah, it's not even silver. It's that pesky yellow shite. Oh well. That's one to get the old heart racing. Yeah. I'll clean it up and show it after though. Maybe I'll put a picture up there if I get it cleaned up. Right, yeah, it can't be real. On to the next if I can just calm down a small bit. Go on. So there you have it, my first ever proper gold find. And I hadn't a clue. Not a Scooby-Doo at what I was after finding. Yeah, so yesterday I cleaned it, about 5 days after finding it. Then discovered under all the dirt 18k. So if that is 18k, are those stones real rubies? Unbelievable. I'm going to get it appraised, and if I find out more, I'll put it in a future video. More kids' costume jewellery. Oh well, on to the next. And another 50 cent. Let's just check. Any partners in there? No, doesn't seem like it. But I'm doing well with the 50 cents. Where are the euros and 2 euros though? On to the next. I did summon the euro gods and they did appear. First euro of the night. 2002. Sort of first year of issue, but not really. They were issued before that. First year of general circulation. On to the next. And I think I have another 50 cent coin. Yep, there's the imprint. Another 50 cent. On to the next. And another 50 cent. They're flying out tonight. On to the next. And another euro. I dug the plug, but it was actually lying on the surface for fuck's sake. Spanish one. Right, on to the next. And almost instantly, another Spanish euro. Lovely. Let's keep going with the euros. Time for a live. Let's make it a double live. I have 2 signals, 1 foot apart. I have the plugs dug. Let's reveal. Nothing obvious there. And nothing stands out there. Alright, let's go with this one. It's right there. I don't have my phone holder today, so it's one-handed, and we have, I thought I saw some round in the ground there. Yep. What's that? Oh, okay, that's not a coin. I don't think. I think we have the first button of the permission. All right. It looks like a tomback actually. And it is blank. Okay, that's something with a bit of age. Okay, tomback button we'll call it. What about here? Right, closer to the surface. Let's try and break this open. It's hard to do this one-handed, isn't it? Oh, I see an edge. I see an edge of a gold coloured coin. 10 cent. Yeah, I don't get excited when I see the edge of a gold coin because they're generally euro coins. Okay, that was the double live. On to the next. Okay, I just saw the edge of this find. And usually when you saw the edge of a find, it's going to be the edge of a cool coin or something. But this is a different sort of an edge. What is that? It's a games console. It's a pretty cheap type of one, I would say. It's not a Nintendo or anything. Games console. This hobby never ceases to amaze. Very good. On to the next. Right. I've got something old. There's kids over there and I think they're having a scrap. Holy metal. It's a nice one too. Yeah, nice holy metal. On to the next. So it's another euro, but that's not even the real story. I just got a visit from 2 plainclothes armed cops. Yes. They came into the field to ask me a few questions and I thought, here we go, I'm going to have to explain that I have permission, that I'm not breaking any laws. Anyway, it wasn't about me, it was about something that happened down the road, and had I seen anything, which I hadn't really. Saw a few kids, nothing much, nothing that I could add to the conversation. But then they were interested in what I was doing and why I was doing it, and I explained to them and I showed them my finds. They were very interested and very thankful for whatever information I was able to give them, though it wasn't much. But yeah, I did think I was going to have to explain myself here. Anyway, all's well that ends well, and I'm probably going to finish up here in a minute. I'll do another maybe 20 minutes before the light goes. So it's on to the next. Just as I'm about to finish up, I get my first €2 coin of the night. So that'll bring up my numbers a bit tonight. And needs a good tumble. Needs a good tumble. This might be my last video. So if it is, I'll say Slán go fóill and I'll see you on the next one. And before I go, I think I found another Polish coin. I think I have 5 grosz. Grosz, I never figured out how to pronounce it. It looks like €5, but it's 5 grosz, I think. Right, chest to my Polish friends. On to the next, our home. And I rechecked the plug, and there's another tiny little coin, and it's Polish as well, and I think it's 10 grosz. It's smaller than the 5, so this must have been a better metal. Another Polish coin. Let's check, is there any more? Is that it? I think that's it. Right. On to the next. Didn't I say I was going home? Well, I lied. There's another €2. On to the next. Yeah, I'm definitely going home now after all my excitement this evening. Last find of the night. A reed off of some musical instrument. You can see the valves there. Don't think it's a harmonica. A bit too big for that, I would imagine. Could be a squeeze box of some type. I find loads of these. Anyway, that's what I think it is. If you have another suggestion, leave it in the comments below. So for now, it is definitely Slán go fóill this time, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'm back in my shed. What an evening that was. And yeah, I was feeling a bit silly yesterday when I realised that I had found 18 karat gold and just dismissed it as costume jewellery. But you know, you live and learn. Anyway, total coinage, €13.17 from that hunt, which brings my total from that field to just over €35. Also, there was the foreign coins, the 2 American pennies, a couple of Polish coins, a beautiful religious medal from Saint, what did they call him? Saint Alphonsus de Liguori. I had it written here what was on the medal. It says Notre Dame du Perpetual Secours Prix per Nous. A very rude shadow there. Where's that coming from? Anyway, yeah, nice medal, and the little reed from whatever musical instrument that was. This curious duo of finds in the same hole. I think they're probably not related. And then, of course, I was all excited about this, which is a pretty cool find on its own. It really is. That is stunning. And I think that is actually silver, because I did the silver test and it did stink. That's probably stainless. Oh, and I'd like to thank Anya McGrath from the Musketeers and from metal detecting clubs up north. She helped me ID this as a pickle fork for eating your pickles. Very fancy. Thanks, Anya. Look at the decoration on that. Just a bit of kids' jewellery, and then look at that. That's why there's no weight to it, because it's kind of just wiry. There's no substance to that. I was going on about the weight. I hadn't a clue. It was only when I looked back in the video then I saw the glimmer from the stones. Imagine. Anyway, 18k it's stamped. Now, could it still be fake? I don't think so, because I thought maybe it was plated. It doesn't look to be plated. So that's a proper find. Delighted with that. First gold. Maybe it'll open the floodgates and there'll be many more. Anyway, if you like this sort of thing, give me an old thumbs up. And I'll be back in that field again soon. Let's on to the next one. Slán go fóill.
I'm the technician, search beneath the sand. Notch 900 in my hand, all across this land. Ireland's wild, the history runs deep. Wildlife sings, wild secrets they sleep.